Hi, this is Jen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I will be doing the eyeshadow palette collection tag. It consists of 13 questions, so let's get started. Number 1 says, what is your newest palette? My newest palette is the Naked Urban Decay Ultraviolet. I got it for $49 just a few weeks ago. Here's what the inside looks like. The formula on this is very dry. The colors are very sheer. It takes a lot to build them up. This palette was definitely not worth $49. Number 2 says, what is your oldest palette? My oldest palette is this Urban Decay with roses on the front. Here's what the inside looks like. As you can see, the color Half Baked was my favorite. It looked really good on blue eyes. This was the only color I ever used for the longest time. This was a great palette. Next question says, what is your most expensive? My most expensive palette was $129, and it's by Natasha Denona. It's called the Lila palette. Here's what the inside looks like. The shimmers are very pigmented and the mattes blend really well. This is a very nice palette. However, I don't think it was really worth $129 because I don't really use it that often. Number 4, most affordable. Most affordable, I would say, is the Colorpop 9-pan palettes. They're $12 regular price, but you could get them on sale for $9. So here's one of the 9 pans I got. This is called the It's My Pleasure. Here are the shades on the inside. This is a very nice purple palette. Definitely would recommend this one. Next is your Everyday palette. Everyday palette would go to Too Faced Tickled Peach. This is a nice neutral palette, and it's good for quick everyday looks. Next question is, what is your most colorful? The most colorful palette I have is the Colorpop She's a Rainbow palette. Here's what the front looks like. On the inside, this has a bunch of bright shimmers as well as mattes. It also has a few glitters, and this palette performs really well. Next, number 7 is, what is your smallest palette? My smallest is the Natasha Denona Mini Lila palette. This I got on sale. I think it was like $12. The mattes in here are really patchy, and the shimmers, they perform pretty well. This palette I didn't think was very great quality from Natasha Denona. Next, number 8 is your biggest palette. My biggest palette is the Morphe 39S Such a Gem palette. Here's what it looks like. This palette has a lot of pinks and purples. Very nice. Shimmers are pigmented as well as the mattes. And this palette does stain your eyes, but that's not a problem as the colors perform really well. Next one is number 9, Best Memory. The best memory would go to the Huda New Nudes palette. I got this one from my boyfriend a few years ago for Valentine's Day. Shimmers are very pigmented as well as the mattes blend very nice. My favorite from this palette would be the Marble Shimmer shades. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Those ones look very nice on the eyes. Next question is palette that's worth the hype. I chose my Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. Packaging on this is very nice on the outside. Cardboard. On the inside, it has a bunch of shimmers as well as mattes. The shimmers are very buttery, very pigmented, and the mattes blend really nice. This is a great palette. Jeffree Star, I like his quality of all of his eyeshadows. They're very nice. Next question is worth the hype. Or no, not worth the hype, sorry. Not worth the hype would be the Modern Renaissance. I know everyone enjoys this palette. I'm probably the only one that doesn't. On the inside, We have shimmers and mattes. They do perform really well. I think the reason why I don't enjoy it that much is because I don't really go for all those red tone shades. But it is a nice palette. Next is favorite palette from a favorite brand. I chose Mercury Retrograde by Huda Beauty. I like the mirrored packaging on the outside, really cool. On the inside, it's got a bunch of shimmer and mattes. The shimmers perform really well. The mattes, they blend out really well also. This palette, I definitely recommend. Last question is number 13, palette that's most used. Naked Original. Naked Original on the inside looks like this, which we've all seen. I've used the shade Toasted a lot. I hit pan on that one, and I have several dips in some of the other ones. I still reach for this palette sometimes. It was a great palette from Urban Decay. And that's the end of the eyeshadow palette collection tag. Please let me know what you think. Thanks.